Okay, so now as a local storage, we're gonna install or use the async storage. We normally use the async storage as a local storage. So let's suppose if you are going to store the tokens, the login settings, or the theme settings, or some kind of temporary related data where you can store as a temporary as a local storage. So that's why we always use this one. Fine. You can also use the SQLite to store the things as a local storage, but that is the relational database. And if you talk about the async storage, so you can use it as a key pair value. So you have a key and you have the values you are going to store. We're going to discuss about the actual syntax of this one or the examples. But for now, you have to install the package. Fine. So make sure I'm using this CLI. So that's why I'm downloading this particular package. If you are working with the Expo, you have some other kind of package or some other kind of terminal command. If you're working with the iOS, you have to use the npx and you have to install the pod install and the enter button. It's up to you. I'm using the Android, so that's why I have just installed this particular package. Okay, guys, so we have successfully installed the CLI. So now what happens if you are going to store as a local data? So let's suppose if you have any kind of text format data or any kind of JSON format data and you are going to store that particular data. So how can you store that particular data as a local storage? Fine. So let's suppose if you are working with the relational database and you are going to use or you are going to store the relational base concepts as a local storage. So how can you do that? You definitely use the SQLite. Similarly, you have the async concept. So for the async, you have to use the async package. Uh, so let me clear this one. You have to say npm install and you have to use the package. I'm saying React native and it's async storage. Make sure if you are working with the Expo, you have the different command. So just enter the hit the enter button. So now you are installing the package. So once you install the package, then you have to use that particular package. So if you open the file, this particular file, so if you run particular this particular file and you are saying run this, all right, it will create the build out of the box for you. I have connected with my Note 40 Pro and I'm going to record the screen. So I will show you that how it's working. Fine, it's creating the build. So wait for a few seconds. It's about to complete 98%. Now it's opening the applications in my Note 40 Pro device. So if you're going to change that is it working or fine, I'm going to say edited again. Refresh the page. As you can see, it's showing edits again. I'm going to remove all the code. I'm saying import react and states. I'm also stating I'm going to use the buttons. I'm saying which one I should use. uh, Touchable opacity components alert. Fine. I'm saying import async storage. That is fine. I'm saying constant app. uh, for the constant app, I'm saying constant. I need the email, set email. I'm saying constant, sorry, constant. I'm saying email. That was the name. It's email. So now I have to create return and I have to create the view. So this is the return and now I have to create the view. So first of all, it's a async storage, fine. But I need to create the input field, text field. I'm saying input, uh, text input, text input, and this is the styling placeholder value, this one, and you have to use this one. Another one, email, this one. Now you have to create the buttons. So these are the buttons, but now I'm not going to add the handler like this. I'm saying whenever someone this one, I'm saying save data, and this is the data, close, and now I should say that this is the load. I'm saying show data, and I'm saying clear data. Fine. Okay, so if I'm saying get data, show data or get data, both are the same thing. Get data, you have created. So now you have to close this one and this one, and now you have to use the which one, the handler, create the handler, like which one handler, save the data. So as you can see, save data. So I'm saying constant save data, constant, I'm saying save data. Once again, I'm saying get data, and this is clear data we have created. So now here you have to uh, create the styling. So if you go to the bottom, so you are going to create the styling. Now you are exporting the data. So now everything is fine. So let me explain what's happening. You are using the React for the forms. Whenever you are going to get the data, you have to use the state. So how you are storing the data on change, you are setting the name and email in these variables, and these data, the email and also the name available here. You have created the three buttons: save data, get data, and clear data with the on press handler. So when someone click this one, press this one, so as you can see, you are saying call of functions, you are using try catch, you are saying async storage set item username is the key, and this is the data. You are storing the data inside these keys. You are saying successfully inserted. Similarly, if you are going to get the data, you have to use the get. So await async storage get one, the key of the data. You have inserted the data, so this is the key. So you are saying storage name equals to null. If both are not null, you are saying alert show the data. Otherwise, you are saying no data found. And this is the catch one. You are saying clear the data. You have to use the remove with the specific key name you have used while inserting the data. Fine. So let me check whether it's working or not. Yes, working. I'm saying I'm going to have this particular one to remove the cache. So once again, this one, cache, it's working. So I'm going to open again, command prompt, and now I have to execute this particular code. So which is the npx react run and write. So wait a few seconds. So we have the build, then we're gonna check. It's loading the application. I'm saying Ahmed, here I'm saying Shazad. If I click on the save data, it's saying successfully saved. If I'm showing the get or data, it's showing this one. If I'm saying clear the data, if I'm saying get the data, it's saying data not found. If I'm saying clear the data, it's saying data cleared successfully, because data is not exist here. So in this way, you can use the async storage as a local storage.